several allegations that have been made against Nelson Chamisa. There are some who says Nelson Chamisa sold out to Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. He was paid not to fight against Mnangagwa in 2023, especially when Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa rigged the elections. There are some that said he was given a lot of money. I mean, I've read some allegations, and some have sought to justify these with the audios, of course, that were inconclusive to this particular matter. Well, Nelson Chamisa has decided to come out and try to set the record straight regarding that particular matter, but it's quite a short actually the information that is written on his pages about 2 hours ago. Let me greet and welcome you to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when you we beam live actually, you get to be the very first one to watch us. So this is how Nelson Chamisa responded. He says, "Get your heads examined," which means you must be assessed if you are of the view that he sold out. He says, "Some people really amaze me." And he goes on to say, "Do you honestly believe that if the Chamisa you constantly gaslight or vilify had agreed to be co-opted by ED, there would have been any need to hire Chabang?" I think there is I need to correct from Nelson Chamisa. In a country with so much levels, with the highest levels of tribalism, you don't have to actually, no matter how much you hate the person, to wrongly spell his name. Chabang in Ndebele doesn't start with CH. That is Chabang. Chabang, not Chabang. He is Chabang. That is TSH. It's disrespectful to the people, especially of Matebele. Just imagine spelling the name of Chamisa as TSH, because in my language, that is how Cha actually sound. But I properly do it, so I know they listen. Some of his supporters, they will convey the message. So let's go back to the context of what he has written. He says, "Do you honestly believe that if the Chamisa you constantly gaslight and vilify had agreed to be co-opted by ED, there would have been any need to hire the Chabang as the manufactured face of a government-sponsored opposition?" So he's saying, if I was really bought, as I'm always vilified, he actually say what people say on social media is pure vilification. That is what Nelson Chamisa is saying. He's saying, if I have been bought, as many people have alleged, if I have been put on the side of Mnangagwa, co-opted to Mnangagwa, was there a need then now to hire the services of Sengezo Chaba? And that is the question that he is asking to the people of Zimbabwe. He goes on to say, do you think they would have needed Constitutional Amendment Bill 3 to deal with the fallout from a disputed presidential election? What CAP 3 have been would CAP 3 have been necessary? Do you think they would have spent billions in taxpayers' money buying off individuals, organizations, and institutions, including some within the region, to discredit and destroy the very person they were supposedly working with? Why spend billions of taxpayers' dollars buying influence, recruiting, mobilizing institutions, and giving cars to destroy the credibility of someone who was supposedly on your side? Why would an ally cause you sleepless nights? Give us a break. Kwanai, Miswai, the logic simple does not add up. If someone is part of your project, you do not expect enormous resources undermining, isolating, and dismantling them. You do not wage a sustained campaign against an ally. The very existence of these efforts points to entrenched animosity. We are chalk and cheese, oil and water. We can't mix. I am proud of that record. So this is what Nelson Chamisa has said. Someone commented, I think to me, I've always said those who claim Nelson Chamisa was co-opted by Emerson Dambuzo really should unveil more information, because what has been put out is insignificant to really make someone to conclude, taking into consideration how Mnangagwa has vilified the men and continues to do so, and also Barakashi. Chamisa is an enemy of Mnangagwa. Of course, engagements have been there. He has actually opened at some stage, openly stated that he tried to engage with Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. Mama Kim TV says, that's our president, Nelson Chamisa. We've always told them that Chamisa has not been bought and cannot be bought. Yet, at the same time, they are the ones busy looking for people to buy and recruit so they can attack the very person they accuse of being bought. Some things require people to think critically and use common sense. The contradictions are there for everyone to see. I will never agree with the lies and smear campaign against President Chamisa. We know these are deliberate attempts to tarnish the name of a leader who is loved and supported by many people. I am proud to be a supporter of Nelson Chamisa and will continue to stand by him. Truth will always overcome propaganda, and genuine leadership will always shine through. Forever grateful to support Chamisa 100%. That's a supporter of Chamisa. Said lightly about what was raised there. Ngwanizashe Kawaza says, when one side is making moves and the other is making statements, people will naturally wonder where there is any real whether there is any real opposition at all. Words inspire, but action convinces. I think people expect a lot from a political leader. An action that is successful cannot only be taken and Nelson Chamisa is not leading any political party at the moment. It was taken away from him. I wonder why would individuals then expect action? Wiseman Muchadenyika says, people have the right to question your credibility in any given situation. It's their right, and some, being supporters of your movement, they want to see how the party or its leader is taking them to the Cape 3. If it was Chang, could not have reached this stage without a fight. People expect a lot from a leader than rhetorics. In a given situation like this, are your supporters supposed to give you a break? Who should be stopped? Leaders should not act with emotions to speak the same people they need votes from. Be clean in your disposal. People need answers. Okay. Yeah, so I think also Nelson Chamisa asked questions in answering people. I think we were expecting more to that. Inspect to come out clean, because there are audios of him supposedly accused of communicating with the wife of Mnangagwa. And some threatened to release more, but they didn't release more. Also, I think they did not do the people of Zimbabwe justice. So we really need more information relating to this in order for individuals like us to fully appreciate this whole situation from both sides. I think they are not doing much justice. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqobo Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave.